From our royalty to boxing royalty, and for a change, I'm not talking about Steve Bunce. We have Bob Arum on the phone.
Oh, fantastic.
Bob is promoting Joshua Clottey tonight. Bob, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's a big pleasure. I mean, to go from the Duke of York to the Duke of Las Vegas.
That's the way, we did that intentionally, Bob. We told the Duke of York to hold his arrival for 10 minutes until we had you on the telephone.
Well, that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. Now, Bob, tell me about this fight of the weekend, because we're hearing it could be a sellout. Is that correct?
It is a sellout, and everybody is very, very excited. You know, Miguel Cotto is a Puerto Rican, and on his second Sunday, in June, there's a Puerto Rican parade, and over 1 million people, Puerto Ricans, those living in New York and those who live outside, come and they parade and they have a great time. And we've been doing a major fight in Madison Square Garden the night before that parade, and it features Miguel Cotto every year. Cotto is extremely popular with the Puerto Rican population. There are many, many Puerto Ricans who live in New York and the New York area. This time he's in with Joshua Clottey, who is a top welterweight. He gave up the IBF welterweight title to fight Cotto in this very lucrative match. He's an African who fought from Ghana, who fought in England for a while and then came to the United States. He's very, very tough, very, very strong. This fight has captured everybody's imagination in the New York area. So the seats are all gone.
Bob, is one of the reasons why this fight has captured the imagination, and is that the presence potentially of Manny Pacquiao at ringside, and the fact that he could be on the horizon for for the winner of Saturday's fight?
Well, you know, I think that's coincidental. I think it's captured everybody's imagination on its own. But it is true. I just heard from the Philippines. Manny Pacquiao is on his way to the United States. He will be honored by the Boxing Writers Association of America on Friday night in the States, in New York, and on Saturday night he will be attending the Cotto-Clottey fight. And, you know, his presence will be something special.
It always is something special. Bob, let me ask you just quickly about the negotiations. Tricky, I know, because you've said some fairly harsh things about Mayweather and Pacquiao and Mayweather's request for parity.
Well, Mayweather, you know, is taking the position that unless he gets more money than Pacquiao, there'll never be a fight. Well, I mean, that's absurd. Manny Pacquiao is, as you know, the most popular, sought-after fighter in boxing today. And if Mayweather persists in that position, that fight will never happen. It's a big fight, but, you know, if Cotto beats Clottey, Manny against Cotto is just as big a fight.
Now, listen, I'm also hearing that Carl Froch and his people have spoken to Top Rank, you know, your company, about a potential sometime down the road Pavlik and Carl Froch fight. Can you, what's your comments on that, Bob?
That is absolutely correct. Todd DeBuff of Top Rank has discussed that fight. And yesterday we met with HBO and talked about Pavlik fighting Felix Sturm in the fall, and then early next year, as early as the end of January, fighting Froch.
Oh, that's fantastic. Bob, listen, great luck with this weekend show, and we'll be hearing and seeing more of you on Satanta. Thanks very much, Bob Arum.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being with you.
It's our pleasure. So that's it. So Mayweather may have priced himself out. Mayweather may have priced himself out of the fight against Pacquiao, and Carl Froch and Pavlik negotiations already started for early next year. That's what you call news, Andy boy.
Good work. Love to hear from Bob Arum. Now,